Ladies and gentlemen, today we are welcoming in our studio the Executive Director of the Athens Environmental Foundation, Mr. Tony Diamandidis. The headquarters of the non-profit organization are here in Emeryville, and again we are very happy and we're welcoming Mr. Diamandidis to our program.
Thank you very much.
Tell us a little bit, Tony, about the Athens Environmental Foundation. When did it start? What is the purpose? And anything that our viewers can find it interesting and understand.
All right. Our foundation was born after Athens was awarded the Olympic Games of 2004, which happened back in 1997. Mm-hmm. Many don't know this, but when a city is awarded the Olympic Games, the contract they sign with the International Olympic Committee requires that the host city, in this case Athens, promises to deliver on three fundamental principles of Olympism, one being sport, putting out in Olympics. Mm-hmm. The second is the promotion of culture, both the Greek culture to the world, but also the world culture into Greece. Mm-hmm. And the third, which is sort of like the least known one, is programs of environmental sustainability, awareness, and education. Our foundation was specifically formed to help at this third element of Olympism, which is the environment, which has been included in the Olympic Charter for the past 10 years. Mm-hmm. And being that the Olympics is the largest spectator sport on the planet, mm-hmm. this is an incredible opportunity for us to put environmental awareness at the forefront of both our compatriots in Greece, but also to show the world that the Olympic spirit, which we brought into the world, is promoted in programs of environmental excellence that the world can benefit from.
Mm-hmm. Tell us a little more about that.
Sure. Well, I say that I was the first volunteer when the games were awarded to go to Athens and say, this is my expertise and I want to help our Olympic movement in this area. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, in the early years, I also want to say that I happened to be the first volunteer to be turned down, because mm-hmm. really Athens has faced so many problems, especially in the early years, putting together the games, that it was difficult to see the positive side of environmental programs. People think of environment sometimes, especially when it comes to construction, as adding to the difficulty of this. So several people in my industry, within the Greek community, and I decided to form this foundation. We started it here in the United States, mm-hmm. and we have offices in Athens as well. The intent was to put together expertise. And what I like to say, by the way, is that we're not environmentalists. We're not people that are going to make the running of the games or the taking place of the games more difficult. It's mm-hmm. the opposite. Mm-hmm. I am an environmental management expert. The people in my organization are the same. And what we're putting forth is our programs of technology and communication that can help to improve. My favorite word when I went to Greece recently, which I had forgotten since a kid, is η ευαισθητοποίηση, mm-hmm. which is in English the sensitization mm-hmm. of the Greek citizen about recycling, about not creating trash, about not using more than they need, things that we're more used to in this country.
And something that is very useful for Greece right now. It's imperative that Greece moves on that.
Exactly right.
Talking about this, what has been the reaction of the Greek government, of the Greek officials, when you presented them with this wonderful suggestion and idea?
Well, as with any government environment, they are so bogged down with so many issues related to the Olympics that at first they were not quite clear as to what our goals were, but now they not only welcome our programs, but they are relieved, both as an organizing committee for the Olympic Games, as well as the government agencies, the cities that are involved in all this, to see that an outside organization, we are called an NGO, a non-governmental organization, we have the ability to do programs that would get bogged down in government either because of lack of budget or mm-hmm. because of red tape or whatever. We are privately funded. We are funded by donations by both individuals and by caring organizations. And what we do is we take the funding and put it into active programs without having to worry about the red tape or the difficulties or the delays that the government side can create.
Are there specific programs that you have already conceived first and then implemented, or in the process of implementing?
We have several programs underway. We specifically have agreed with the Athens 2004 Olympic Organizing Committee on programs that they will cooperate with us with, which is the kind of like the first layer of programs that we're doing, plus many additional ones we're doing on our own. The very first program is coming up on April 19th with a big celebration in Athens, by the way, at the newly reopened Athens Hilton Hotel, which is one of Europe's most important hotels, and the Hilton has been kind enough to sponsor this event for us. This event is called Olympian Earth Day. And what we are doing is having several hundred people come together to celebrate Earth Day, which is April of every year, and to use that day to announce our programs. We are going to have participation by many government people in Greece. Jean-Michel Cousteau, who is the famous environmentalist and marine explorer, is going to be there to open the event with us, as will Dr. Paul Schmidt, who is the president of the IOC's Sport and Environment Commission, as well as president of the World Olympians Association. The programs that we are announcing include, first and foremost, a program called the Global Olive Wreath. The Global Olive Wreath is an attempt to show the world that we can form worldwide a wreath that represents the Olympic ideals of sport, culture, the environment, and the fourth and most important element of what Olympism started with, which is peace. We are starting the Global Olive Wreath in Athens by having the mayor of Athens plant a tree, which will be the first olive tree in the Global Olive Wreath. And then we are going to have trees planted along the Olympic torch route that for the first time is going to go through 5 continents. It will start in Olympia, Greece, go through 5 continents, 27 cities, all of the previous Olympic host cities, plus some new cities like Cape Town and Rio de Janeiro and a few other places. And we will have tree plantings along the Olympic torch route in all those places. Plus, we are going to extend what we call branches of the wreath to some of the most troubled places in the world, like Belfast, Ramallah, Jerusalem, Baghdad, which is so appropriate right now, to really use the olive tree, which is one of the most important symbols, by the way, of peace, prosperity, well-being, for the whole world to use as a symbol of hope. And we think, and the reaction we've gotten is that this is one of the best ways to inform and to sensitize, if you will, the world about what the Olympic ideals and the Olympic spirit brings about. Other programs are even more practical and specific. We are going to have an underwater cleanup all along the coast of Athens, which is the Saronic Gulf, done in coordination with the International Divers Association under Mr. Cousteau's guidance. And this is going to happen in June of 2003, September of 2003. We already did one in September of 2002, and June of 2004. And the end result of this will be to show the world the kind of trash we as human beings put in the water, and as if it's going to disappear, but in fact it stays there and it pollutes our beaches and our waters, and unless we do something to stop this, we're going to have a problem that will never get better.
This sounds wonderful. As a child growing up in Athens, I remember the pollution in areas nearby Athens, nearby Piraeus there. So it'll be great. I'm sure it's not an easy project, but it will be wonderful when we finally end up having clean coasts around Piraeus.
Well, nothing will happen overnight, but unless you start, you will not see the day when conditions are better. I've been in the United States for 30 years, and I go to Greece every year. I've been blessed to have 6 children, and when I bring them with me every summer to Athens, I am horrified being at the beach and seeing garbage being generated out of control without the understanding of what we're doing. When I was talking to Mr. Cousteau just the other day, he was telling me that the worst enemy of the sea is not the shark, but the human shark. We are creating a problem that we must stop. So marine education and marine cleanup is a very important aspect of our programs, of course, because it's for Greece and we are a coastal country. And the same programs will apply to other places of the world, whether it's in Asia, where there are terrible problems with pollution, or in Africa, even worse ones, or even in the United States, where even though we are advanced in many areas, there is still a lot more to be done. So we are using the opportunity of the Athens 2004 Games, which, in my opinion, are the most important event of our lifetime. It's the homecoming of the Games to reclaim our Olympic ideals. And the environment is so much in the heart of what we have to live with as humans that this is a wonderful opportunity.
Of course, it's a wonderful opportunity, and you are providing a great service with this foundation. Our viewers are getting informed right now, like myself, learning more about you. If they want to get involved, how could they participate if they wish to make a donation to the foundation or all that? We're going to show the web page and the phone number, but what else do you think that our viewers could do to participate and be more active and help this foundation?
We are asking the Greek community of the world, the diaspora, to step forward, because this is a very personal Greek project. We've been very fortunate to get many important members of the Greek community, both in Greece and abroad, to support us. Here in California, for example, State Treasurer Diamandidis offered and will join our board of directors as an honorary member, and has issued a wonderful declaration of support for what we're doing. In Greece, a world champion sailor by the name of George Andreadis, who also happens to be the president of the Hellenic Olympians Association, has now become our honorary board chairman, and someone that has clearly demonstrated and pledged all of his resources to help us go forward. One of the things we are asking right now is to have members of the Greek community pledge a tree planting along the Olympic torch route. We will have their name registered and the location of where the tree was planted, and they can do that on our website, which is athensenvironmental.org, where, by the way, a lot of information about all of our programs exists. And there are other ways to help us. They are specific. If they can volunteer to do work here in our Northern California offices to help us put our programs together, to help with fundraising efforts and such, this is most welcome. We are doing all these events in Greece, and whoever will be going to Greece can certainly work with us in our Athens office to also help us carry those programs forward. The networking between the people of the diaspora and the ability to put programs together that go like the sum is far greater than the individual elements is a great example. Last January I was in Lausanne, Switzerland, where I was asked to talk to the board of directors of the World Olympians Association, which has pledged its support, first time they've ever done it with any organization worldwide. And the director of the hotel where I stayed in Lausanne happened to be a Greek fellow who offered and had a reception for all the World Olympian board members just in the name of our Olympic Games at the expense of the hotel, just because they felt it was appropriate. So as Greeks, as Hellenes of the diaspora, we have amazing capacity to do things, and I ask for everyone's support because I think this is a worthwhile project, and I think that we can show the world what, as united Greeks, we can accomplish.
Tony, congratulations for your sensitivity in this subject and the great work that you are doing through this great foundation.
Well, I thank you very much, and I thank you for the opportunity to speak with you.
And we hope to see you again in the future.
Well, thank you again.